Happy new week, everyone. Now that we can tie our square knot, let's quickly start with suture patterns. This is just a brief classification of suture patterns that we make use of in veterinary surgery. You can actually pause to read that. This morning we'll be starting with simple interrupted suture pattern. All you need is just to take a bite from one wound lip and come out on the other side and then make your square knot. It is that simple. Where do we employ this particular suture pattern? We can actually make use of this suture pattern on the linear halber, on the skin, and sometimes even on hollow organs. This is a very good and reliable appositional suture pattern, although it takes time and it actually results in more foreign materials present as a result of cutting knots on different bites. But notwithstanding, it is very important whenever you are expecting a compromise on the particular knots that you have made. This particular suture pattern helps you to prevent entire breakage of the whole line of your wound length, especially when one breaks. Others can actually reinforce the sutures that you have made. Aside this, I think is a very perfect suture pattern, especially when you are working on linear halber. As we all know, our patients usually face upside down and the viscerals can be very big or even heavy on the wound line. As deliberate wound creators that we are, we should always make sure that we select a very good and reliable suture patterns whenever we are closing up the wound that we have created. Aside this, it is a very reliable suture pattern, and once you finish making these knots, make sure that these knots are not actually staying directly on the wound line, because if you do that, they can actually affect the wound healing process. You don't want the knots to be disrupting or to be irritating the wound line, so make sure that you make this knot to fall on the side of the wound line. You would actually see that at the end of this video. So you continue making these suture patterns till you exhaust the entire wound length. Aside the fact that it takes time, like I said earlier, it's a very reliable suture pattern, because when one of these sutures breaks, you can actually rely on the other to reinforce the entire wound length. So the whole line is not totally disrupted, unlike some other suture patterns which we would be looking at in the next video, maybe next week. That's compromise of a particular part of the suture pattern can actually lead to the breakage of the entire wound length. But as for this one, when one breaks, the others can still reinforce it. Let me know if you have any question in the comment section, and you can practice these suture patterns using just all these linen cloth, and just make your own slit to simulate the wound length, and then you can use your needle holder and your suture material to practice this. As shown in the video, always make sure that your knots do not stay on the suture line, because this can actually irritate the suture line and delay the wound healing process. Have a beautiful week, and please ensure you practice, as practice makes perfect. Bye bye.